Yeah, she says earlier, she goes, aren't Saturdays for the boys, right? Because I wanted to FaceTime her.
Yeah.
And I was like, Saturdays are for whatever I say they're going to be. And right now, it's for FaceTiming you.
Oh, what a fucking get in.
What a strike.
Strike, mate, you know what I mean?
Right? It's all that cute shit, man. I'm in.
Man's a shagger. You're a top shagger, mate.
Kyra. Yeah. Then I had 6 twisted teas last night.
Oh yeah, you didn't tell me what happened with the cops. Is that in Bradford?
Yeah, that was on the 10th line. Well, 10th side road. And the 9th line because... So I'm flying up the 10th, yeah?
Yeah.
And you know where the church, they like to sit at the church?
Yeah.
Right? So I slow down as I come up to the church. I looked. I checked if he was there or not. And he wasn't there. So I flew by this church, bro. I fucking flew by this church.
How fast are we talking?
Like, too fast. So I fly by this church,
it's 60, right?
And it's a 60, yeah. And as I'm about to turn right onto the 9th, I see the red and blues turn on over by the church, and I'm like, fuck, I hope that's not for me. And I hoof my way around that corner, right, onto the 9th, and I get there, and
yeah, go on.
I'm like almost at the top of the hill where you go down, and I see him turn behind me, and I was like, fuck, it's for me, right? So I pulled over. I wasn't gonna make him come and get me. I waited for him, and as I did so, I grabbed the bag of alcohol that was on my passenger seat, and I moved it into the back behind my passenger seat. Cause
was the cop chill? What'd he say?
Yeah, he was mad chill. He comes up to my window, and I was like, how bad is it? And he's like, you were doing 29 over. I was like, fuck, that bad? He's like, yeah. Oh.
What did he give you?
Yeah, no, but we had that exchange, and then he's like, but tonight I'm gonna let you off a little bit. I'm gonna give you a 15 over.
Oh, he's a G.
I was like, I appreciate that. I said that to him. Oh.
He's a G. He's a G. He could have done you there.
He could have done-o'd me. I was 29, and then he's like, license, insurance, registration. So I grabbed my license, no problem. Registration, glove box, right? Now my insurance. Here's the tricky part, lad.
Oh, so no, there's more?
Yeah. So I grabbed the paper out of my center console, and I'm reading it, and I literally say to this guy, fuck, it's expired. Right?
Yeah.
And he's like, that's okay, give it to me anyway. Right? So I give it to him, and then as he's writing all of his shit down, I'm still looking for something that'll say my insurance is valid.
Yeah.
Right? Because I said to him, I was like, they still charge me every month. Like, I'm insured. I just don't have the paperwork to prove that.
Yeah. Shit, that reminds me. I gotta fucking renew my license.
And then fucking... So he takes my shit. And I'm sitting there, and I find this piece of paper. And I'm like, sweet, that'll do. Oh! Right, and he comes back. Scares the shit out of me, because I was sitting there, I was listening to Dirt Road Anthem, and he fucking comes out of nowhere. I jumped. I was like, I said to this guy, I was like, shit, you scared me. Right?
Yeah.
And then he's fucking... I was like, oh, I found this piece of paper, right? And I'm all confident. I was so confident. And I was like, oh yeah, it expires in March of 2021. He's like, it's 2022. I was like, fuck, you're right. Yeah, this is how I was talking to this guy. So, then he's like, don't worry, right?
That's a ball. Oh. This guy was just chill in general, man.
Yeah, he was mad chill. Or strike.
Strike my join.
And so he's basically explaining to me, he's like, yeah, so I dropped it. You can fight it if you want, that's your right. But they can look up the ticket and they can see what I actually pulled you over for. Right? He says, I'm not going to give you a ticket for the insurance because I believe you. I said, I appreciate that. Right? And then he saw I'm wearing my Richmond Hill Subaru jacket. And he's like, so you work at Subaru? And I was like, yeah. I've been there for a few months. He's like, oh yeah? Me and my wife bought an Outback there. I was like, oh yeah? How you liking it? Right? Just fucking vibing with this guy. Do you know what I mean? Had to get it off the center. And then we talked about the Outbacks for a couple minutes, and then he's like, alright, just slow down, man. Like, alright, you have yourself a good night. And then I dipperoonied. As soon as I got to the bottom of that hill, I fucking hit the gas, bro.
Dub.
Yeah. Oh, we won? I thought we lost.
No.
Bro, when did we... How many... Hold up. We scored 3 goals? Or, sorry, you scored 3 goals?